Okay children, now we are going to see about standard 5th unit 4 atmosphere. The atmosphere is the place where we are living is atmosphere. So students can know about in this lesson what you are going to learn about. You know about the biosphere, understand the atmosphere, understand the different types of winds and clouds. The first one we are going to see about the biosphere. What is that? Biosphere. So what do you mean by the biosphere? Biosphere is a combination of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere that can support the life. Can you understand children? If you have the book, take a book and underline that sentences. Biosphere is the combination of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere that can support the life. Now, what do you mean by the lithosphere? Lithosphere is the land on the earth. And hydrosphere is water on the earth, and atmosphere is air on the earth, and biosphere is life on the earth. So now you see that lithosphere, atmosphere, this is this, and hydrosphere is blue. Okay, so these three together. Now this is atmosphere and this one is lithosphere. This is the lithosphere and this is the hydrosphere. Okay. So atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. All these together, all the three together only is the biosphere. We don't have the space, so I am writing it. So all these three is known as the biosphere. So what is atmosphere? Atmosphere contains air. And what is the lithosphere? Lithosphere is rock and soil. So in this lithosphere, rock and soil. And what is the hydrosphere? This is ice and water. Hydrosphere is ice and water. Can you understand children? Okay. So atmosphere is only the air and lithosphere is rock and soil and hydrosphere is ice and water. All the three together only is as a biosphere. Okay. This is the biosphere. So, இது எல்லாம் சேர்ந்தது தான் biosphere. All this. So, what do you mean by that? Lithosphere is the land on earth. Understand children? Lithosphere is land on earth. And hydrosphere is the water. Hydro naale water da. So, hydrosphere is water on the earth. So, land and sollumbodhu that contains the rocks and soil. Okay. Then, atmosphere, air on the earth. Atmosphere is air on earth. And biosphere is life on the earth. So in the biosphere, all the three together, air theva, rocks and soil theva, ice and water. So all this together mixed up and together is the combination of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. So that is the life on earth. Biosphere is the life on earth. So what do you mean by biosphere? Biosphere is the combination of atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. That is air, rock and soil, ice and water. So lithosphere is land on the earth, hydrosphere is water on the earth and atmosphere is air on the earth and biosphere, all the three together is the life on the earth. So now we are going to say one by one what is atmosphere. We have finished seeing the biosphere. Now we are going to see the atmosphere. So what do you mean by the atmosphere? Atmosphere is the envelope of air. This is the envelope of air on earth. If there is no air, we cannot live. So atmosphere is the envelope of air on earth. And what do you mean by the weather? Here you see the picture, children. This is the atmosphere. The atmosphere, it is a envelope of the covered by air. And this here you got biosphere. Soil and rock is the lithosphere. Ice and water is the hydrosphere. Can you say this? So you can do one thing. If you got a paintings or crayons, you can draw the mountains and you can draw the trees and the birds, and the land and the soil is in the rocks and soil brown color. The hydrosphere is contained with ice and water. So you can make a painting. You can use your painting, draw the picture like this and use the painting and write down this: lithosphere, rocks and soil; biosphere, atmosphere; hydrosphere, ice and water. You can give the colors. So that can save you the time as well as you can learn very easily. So atmosphere is the envelope of the air on the earth. Now what do you mean by the weather? Next one is weather. What do you mean by the weather? Weather is a day-to-day conditions, daily order conditions, weather conditions, day-to-day conditions of atmosphere at any place in regard to the temperature, pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall. So ஒரு பிளேஸில் அந்த வெதர் கண்டிஷன்ஸ் எப்படிலாம் இருக்குது, அதோட டெம்பரேச்சர் எப்படி இருக்குது, ப்ரெஷர் எப்படி இருக்குது, விண்டோட இது ப்ரெஷர், ஹியூமிடிட்டி அண்ட் ரெயின்ஃபால். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த டே டு டே கண்டிஷன் ஆஃப் அட்மாஸ்பியர் அட் எனி பிளேசஸ். வெதர் இஸ் எ டே டு டே கண்டிஷன் ஆஃப் அட்மாஸ்பியர். டே டு டே conditions of atmosphere at any place in regard to the temperature, pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall. Okay. So this is the weather conditions. Weather naka day to day conditions, daily the conditions of a particular place, any place in regard to the temperature, pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall. And next one is the climate. What do you mean by the climate? Climate is different from the weather. Climate is the average weather condition. Is the average weather conditions of a vast area. That's a large area. Average weather condition of, it's a weather conditions over of a vast area. Large, vast means large area, more than 30 years. More than 30 years. That is the conditions. Okay, so this is the atmosphere, weather and climate. Now, you know when is the World Environment Day celebrated? So the World Environment, take page number 173 in that, think they are given. In that question, when is the World Environment Day celebrated? So when is the World Environment Day celebrated is, you note down the answer in your book itself, children. If you got a book, you can make a note down in your book. If you don't have the book, better note down in your notebook, rough notebook. Celebrated. So the World Environment is celebrated on 5th June. So when they have started this, you know, இதை எந்த இயரில் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா in 1972 only they started to celebrate as a 5th June as a World Environment Day. Okay, so this you make a note down in that page, in that box itself you can make a note down. Now composition of air. How much gases, what are the gases are present in the air and what is their compositions? So what percentage of composition of air is there? So composition of air. So air la enna gases irukudhu, how many percentages of their composition of air? So in this, three gases, that is oxygen. Oxygen is 21%, okay, and the nitrogen 71%. I'm sorry, 78%, and other gases 1%. other gases is 1%. So what is the composition of air? Air la oxygen, nitrogen and other gases are there. So oxygen 21% and nitrogen 78% and other gases are 1%. What are the other gases are there? That is carbon dioxide, ozone, argon, neon, helium, hydrogen. So these are the other gases that present in the air. Hydrogen, krypton. So see the spelling children, krypton, xenon and methane. Okay, these are the other gases present in the air. That is oxygen 21%. Listen, oxygen 21%, nitrogen 78%, other gases 1%. So what are the other gases? Carbon dioxide, ozone, argon, neon, helium, hydrogen, krypton, xenon and methane. Okay. Now, what are the atmospheric layers? Now, we are going to see about the atmospheric layers. Atmospheric layers. What are the layers in the atmosphere? So that is, we know that the gravitational force increases near the earth and decreases as we go higher. So earth kitta pogumbodhu that is increases, but mele poga poga that will be decreases, kammi aidum. So let us see the layers of the atmosphere. Now, as a result, the density of the air also differs when we found in the 5 layers. So the density of air is differs, that is called a 5 layers. What are the 5 layers? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So that is, there are 5 layers of air. There are 5 layers. How many layers? 5 layers. What are they? That is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, then thermosphere, and exosphere. So these are the 5 layers of atmosphere. So troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So all weather changes occur in the troposphere only. So weather changes will occur only in the troposphere. So the study of the weather is called meteorology. So the weather conditions patti study pandrathu meteorology. Okay. So all these changes occur only in the troposphere. The word climate is derived from the Greek word klima. Okay, now shall you see the diagram? So this is the world. Let us say the 5 layers. Okay. So what are the layers? So this is the earth layers, atmospheric layers, earth layer எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். So just I am doing the drawing. As you have seen in the take the page number 174, some drawing is there. So just take a look. I'll just draw this. What I know, you make a practice, children. Okay. So these are the layers that now we'll draw the layers one by one. This is the troposphere. Okay, this is the troposphere and the next one is the stratosphere. So one by one we will draw. This is the stratosphere and next one is mesosphere, thermosphere, and one more is the exosphere. Okay. So these are the 4 layers. So like this, troposphere, stratosphere, exosphere, thermosphere, like this 5 layers are there. Okay children. So one by one, or the first one is the troposphere is the last. Okay. So here troposphere, first layer is troposphere. The next one is stratosphere. And next one is mesosphere. And next thermosphere. And next exosphere. Okay, so these are the 5 layers of the atmosphere. So these layers only will only these 5 types only: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere and exosphere. All the changes will occur according only to this troposphere only. In the changes now over conditions it will be changes according to this. So the study of the weather is called meteorology. Study of weather is called meteorology. What is that? Say it again. Study of the weather. That is called meteorology. Okay. Now Fahrenheit and World Meteorological Day is March 23rd. World Meteorological Day. Meteorological Day is March 23rd. And then World Ozone Day, that is World Ozone Day is September 16. World Ozone Day. So all this you have to learn children. Whatever they are given in the boxes, you have to learn September 16. So World Meteorological Day is March 23rd. And World Ozone Day is September 16th. And World Environment Day is 5th June. Okay. So Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin are the units used to measure the temperature. So the temperature measure பண்றதுக்கு we have to use Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin. Okay. The next one is we are going to see then next we are going to see about the solar radiation. You know the solar, what do you mean by the solar radiation? Solar means that is sun. You might have heard this everything and you might have known about the sun also. That only we are going to see. That is solar radiation. Solar radiation. What do you mean by solar radiation? The sun is the only source of a light to all the planets in the solar system. The land, water and air in our planets receive heat from the sun. From the sun only we are getting the heat. So the earth receives heat energy from the sun in the form of a radiation. It is called solar system. So sun is the only source of the light to all the planets in the solar system. So sun illana light kadiyadu. Day and night are coming to us because of the sun. The sun is the only source of light to all the planets in the solar system. The land, water and air receives this heat from the sun. So earth also receives and get energy from the heat energy from the sun in the form of the radiation. That is why it is called solar radiation. What do you mean by the solar radiation? The earth receives heat energy from the sun in the form of radiation. That is called solar radiation. So you underline this one children, and you can draw and practice this also. Put the colors, you can give the colors, or you can put the paintings, or you can even draw the crayons also. Sun is there, and yes, the earth you can give it a blue color, and this is green color, and this is the yellow color. Okay. So the greenhouse effect. What do you mean by the greenhouse effect? Sunlight falling on the earth is reflected. So when the sunlight falls on the earth, it's reflected on the earth and gives the CO2 and other gases in the atmosphere. CO2 is carbon dioxide. to trap heat and keeping the earth warm. So we get the heat from the sun and carbon dioxide is the other gases in the atmosphere, trapping the heat and keeping the earth warm. Okay children, so elements of the, what are the elements of climate? Temperature, pressure, wind, clouds and rainfall. So this we are going to see in the next class. Thank you children.